the Dietitian, and welcome to Healthy Made Simple, where I show you how to make healthy eating simple. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 quick and easy high-protein breakfast ideas. Now, if you're like me and you may not be too hungry in the mornings when you wake up, but you do tend to get really hungry right around lunchtime, maybe between that 10 to 12 o'clock hour, it might mean that you need something in the morning as a breakfast. Now, it doesn't need to be a big breakfast. Personally, I'm not that hungry to have a full-on breakfast every morning, but I do like to eat something in the morning, especially something that's high protein, to get my metabolism going, get some fuel in my system to get me through the next couple hours before lunchtime. Now, these 3 options that I'm going to show you are really quick and easy. They're meant to be able to get prepared and eaten quickly in the morning if you don't have a lot of time. You can even bring some of them on the go. You can even make some of them at the office or wherever your workplace may be, just to bring it along with you so that you have something easy in the mornings, especially if you don't have a whole lot of time to wake up in the morning and get something ready that's going to be high protein. All right, if you're curious, stay tuned and I'll show you 3 high protein, easy and quick breakfast ideas. Let's go. Alrighty, the first high protein breakfast option I have is my version of Honey Nut Cheerios. Now, Cheerios are actually a great cereal for the morning. They're lower in sugar, and they actually have a decent amount of protein and fiber to begin with. So they can be filling on their own, but I do love me some Honey Nut Cheerios. So I like to find a way to take regular Cheerios and make it into Honey Nut Cheerios. That's also going to be a higher protein option as well. Now I'm just going to start out with using regular Cheerios. You saw that big box. I get that from Costco. We get a big 2-pack because this is my son's favorite cereal as well. So I'm just going to start out by adding my Cheerios to my bowl. And this is going to be based on, the serving size will be based on how hungry I am that morning. So if I'm extra hungry, it's going to be a bigger bowl. If I'm not so hungry, it will be a smaller bowl. And then I'm going to add in slivered almonds. Now this is the nut component. Instead of just nut flavoring, I'm going to use real slivered almonds. And these are unsalted, which is important, especially for the morning. You don't want to start your day off with salty nuts that are going to make you bloated the rest of the day. So unsalted is the way to go. And I'm just going to add in those almonds in there for crunch, for extra protein, and of course for extra healthy fats as well. Plus, it's going to make this a much more filling breakfast with those almonds added in. Next, just to spruce it up a little bit more, some extra protein, I'm going to add in these hemp seeds. And this is the Kirkland version. I get this big bag from Costco and keep this in my fridge, which lasts a decent amount of time. And there are those hemp seeds. They have a slight nutty taste to them, so it goes very well with the almonds that are already in there. So I'm going to add in 3/4 of a teaspoon of hemp seeds. Now that's my 1/4 teaspoon measure. This is what I typically use for all my seeds. I just keep that readily available. I'm going to do 3 heaping spoonfuls of that for my hemp seeds. And that's the amount I like to get a little bit of taste in there without it feeling too much like there's a lot of seeds in there. And then I'm also going to add in chia seeds. Chia seeds are another source of protein, also have omega-3s and a good source of fiber as well. So I want to add in about a 1/4 teaspoon of that. Now you can go more on the chia seeds if you like. Chia seeds have a property that help you lower blood pressure, and I naturally have lower blood pressure, so I stick to a 1/4 teaspoon, but you could go with more. And lastly, I'm just going to drizzle some honey all over the top, and that is going to be my honey taste. And this is going to be to taste. So if you're craving something sweet in the morning, you can go a little bit heavier on the honey. If you're not in the mood for something too sweet, you go less on the honey. And finally, I'm just going to top it off with my choice of milk, which is lactose-free milk since I am lactose intolerant. And I'm just going to add that to taste as well. I like a lot of milk in my cereal. And of course, milk is another source of protein as well. So we've managed to add in protein with all the different components that are going into the cereal bowl to make it a high protein cereal for the morning. I'm just going to mix that together just enough to coat it around, but not so much that all of my Cheerios are going to get soggy, so that I have nice, delicious mixed bites of the seeds, the honey, the nuts, and the Cheerios in there. And there's an easy, healthy breakfast for the mornings that you can prepare with things to keep on hand throughout the week. All right, my second option is going to be oatmeal. Now, we know oatmeal is a great breakfast option for the mornings, but I especially like this protein cinnamon instant oatmeal from Trader Joe's. This is higher in protein, it's got a lot of whole grains and fiber, and it's an overall very filling breakfast option. You can even do this for a snack too if you wanted to have something sweet later in the day. And what I also like about this instant oatmeal is that typically instant oatmeals can be a little bit higher in sugar, whereas this one is not so much. And we have the instructions in the back for both microwave and for hot water, so that if you wanted to bring this with you to work, let's say you have a mug or a bowl at work where you can easily prepare it, this could be a great on-the-go option. Now let me show you the nutrition label here and the ingredients. I like that the rolled oats are the first ingredient. Sugar is pretty high up there though, so I do like to take a look at the sugar content. And what I'm mainly seeing here is that this is 5 grams of fiber, which is going to keep me full, 10 grams of protein, which is great for oatmeal, and my sugar is under 10 grams for the whole serving, which is what I typically aim for. And again, since this is instant oatmeal, it's going to be very simple to prepare. I'm just going to start out by putting my packet into the bowl, and then I'm going to actually do the hot water option since I was home, but you can easily do this in the microwave if you're out and about somewhere, if you're at work or at school and you have access to a microwave. This could be something very simple to be able to have in the mornings for breakfast. And you'll see in there, this has protein powder already added in, which helps make it a higher protein option. If you didn't have a Trader Joe's nearby or couldn't do this, you didn't have access to something like this, I'm just adding in a half cup of hot water here to add into my bowl to mix it together. But if you didn't have this specific oatmeal available near you, you can always just take a plain instant oatmeal and add in options to make it higher protein. Now I'm going to mix this around, and it's going to sit for a few minutes just to help get settled in, to help absorb all of that water that I just added in. But if you were doing this with just regular plain instant oatmeal, you can add in nut butters here. You could do peanut butter or almond butter. You could add in the slivered almonds or any other, small pieces of nuts to make it higher protein. You could even throw in a little spoonful of protein powder yourself, especially if you have one that mixes together easily, just to have extra protein in there, and just take instant oatmeal and make it a more higher protein option. And of course, you can do just like I did with the cereal. You can add in the seeds to add some extra protein in there and make it an overall high protein breakfast if you didn't have this specific instant oatmeal available. And there it is. After it sat for a couple minutes, it's all settled in and nicely thickened up, and there's a nice healthy bite of breakfast that is high in protein for the mornings. Alrighty, that was an easy one. Now the last one we're going to move on to is protein bars, and this is by far the easiest one, and this is my go-to for those mornings where I don't have time but I need to get something in my system. And the brand that I prefer is Pure Protein. I buy this pack from Costco. These are the ones that I found to have the best balance of nutrition to cost to taste. I know there are a lot of brands out there, but I personally prefer this one. One of the main reasons being that you get 20 grams of protein per just a small bar about this size, and it's lower in sugar as well. And that's mainly because it is using sugar alcohols for sweetening. These are relatively sweet, I would say. They do have a chocolatey taste, but if we look at the nutrition label in the back, calories I'm not so concerned about. Fat content, of course, I expect it to be higher in fat because a lot of these are nut-based and dairy-based to give it that extra protein, so you are going to get extra fat from there. Not a very big source of fiber, but if we look at the protein, like I mentioned, it's 20 or 21 grams of protein, which I think is a great amount of protein to be able to have in the mornings. I'd like to aim for 10 to 15 at least if I can, but if you can get to 20, even better. So I love these protein bars as an option for those mornings when I'm in a rush or I'm not too hungry, but I want to get something in my system that's going to keep me full for the next few hours. And these are all the different flavors. This one is the chocolate peanut butter one, the chocolate deluxe one, that's my favorite, and then the chewy chocolate chip one. So give these a try if you're looking for a protein bar that tastes good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped give you ideas about how you can have something small that's also a high protein breakfast option in the mornings so that you get some fuel in your system before you get going for the day. If you like the content that I produce, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really does help my channel grow. And if you have any suggestions, thoughts, ideas, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you again for watching Healthy Made Simple. I really hope this channel helps give you ideas about how you can make healthy eating simple for you and your family as well. Thanks again for staying tuned and see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.